decentralization is the core ethos, and diversity and inclusion is definitely a part of that. One thing that's always been playing in my mind during the .com boost, it was generally concentrated towards North America or Silicon Valley. But this time around, whatever's happening currently, it seems to be more of a worldwide phenomenon. So, as a developer community, what are your guys' take on it? Because you guys in Europe, you're competing with developers across South Asia, Southeast Asia. How do you feel about them? I mean, is it tough? What's it all about? Marco, if we can have you.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's. I would say competition's a bit of a hard word here. I think like this space is like a very interesting space to actually also just study, because it's like the people that like come to this space are less driven out of competitiveness and like going against each other, and more about like building towards like a shared vision. But in general, like on the SDK team, we have people from all over. We have people from India, Korea, US, and we're kind of like a very global team. And I think this space just kind of like attracts people who want to work towards a vision instead of just working a 9 to 5. And I think that's like the most valuable part in this space.
Right. Yeah. So I would say that that's the beauty of blockchain, on how it stresses decentralization and permissionlessness and everything. So yeah, competition is maybe not what's happening, right? It's given that it's kind of a necessary revolution of the whole financial system. It's good that there's many projects, and well, they each fill a certain void and answer to different needs. So it's really cool that stuff is happening in Europe, in Asia, and America.
Yeah, I think what I can add to the discussion is that excellent projects and products, they require this diversity also in the approach, right? So like cross-cultural teams proven to be like the delivering top projects, right? Because they observe and kind of contribute from different perspectives. In the same time, the work on developer side has been kind of distributed and then decentralized for like many years already. It's like typical and normal that remote work at that environment is just what's happening, which is pretty natural also to our blockchain space. So I don't see any particular challenges here. And as guys said, like we are all contributing to the vision more than doing 9 to 5. So I would say it's all kind of co-creating rather than competing against each other.
I mean, I get you guys' points. You're all coming from a developer standpoint, but from a business perspective, a lot of people would find it a little more cost-effective hiring out teams in the subcontinent and South Asia compared to hiring out similar teams across Europe. I mean, there are obvious cost advantages, just with the standard of living alone. It's not just that you might be paying people here less, but I mean, is that a factor that you guys think about?
It's like, yes, I'd say yes and no.
Okay.
Like kind of every couple of years, like I've been in this space for 4 or 5 years, and I definitely have friends who've been around longer, and most likely yourselves as well. And we've all seen like kind of a cleansing of the ecosystem, where it's like you have teams who are like kind of like stick around for ages, and many times like in Cosmos, we're kind of very much so like very just focused on building, and we want to like deliver and work towards a vision instead of like thinking about our competitors. And like I don't want to say that there are no competitors, but for us it's just like we love who we work with, and we just want to like keep building and having fun, and the byproduct of that is hopefully a good product that people can use. But yeah, it's just kind of like every year, and I think we're kind of starting the next round of the cleansing of like teams who kind of like maybe mismanage themselves or need to like shift their business models. Because I do think like in April, you had teams raising at $500 million valuations, and that same team now has to raise at like $100 million valuation or not raise at all. And so it's like money became very cheap. Which in my opinion was very sad, because the blockchain space became a speculation area, which is the part that I dislike the most, because it's an interesting technology that can actually be used to create a lot of innovative and good products, but we've kind of gotten sidetracked. But now teams are like, oh, we need business models, we need revenue models, because we need to survive outside of launching a token and just raising money. And so that then it's going to be like, okay, now it's a testament to the team and the people on those teams on being able to get there.
Definitely.
Right.
Anyone wants to add to that?
Yeah, if from a purely practical standpoint, of course there are trade-offs when you're working with a diverse and distributed group of people. Like I feel that the thing that I feel the most is basically very weird sleep schedule. So I often talk to our validators who live in the US or even in Australia. So yeah, I sleep in weird hours, but if that's the cost for really having an awesome group of people, I'm all for it, right?
Oh yeah, that's the cost of diversity.
Yeah, and if we're talking about developers, well, I guess with the right management, you're able to basically work with people from all across the globe and really don't feel the cost. It might be an advantage, right? Because if you have some infrastructure, you have people who can respond to incidents all day long, right? You cover all of the time zones, so there's advantages as well.